Distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, I wish to congratulate International Labour Organization and the governments and private industry from the BRICS countries on their successful convening of this event, highlighting the importance of South-South cooperation and triangular cooperation, sharing of knowledge on an integrated approach towards formalization of workers in the Commonwealth of Independent States. This discussion has been especially timely. The pandemic has brought into focus severe and systemic inequalities negatively affecting vulnerable population. For the first time in 30 years, poverty is rising, human development indicators are declining. According to ILO estimates, the pandemic is expected to trigger a 60% decline in earnings for the world's 1.6 billion informal workers. Informal workers have little to no access to social protection. The UN is particularly concerned about the impact on vulnerable populations, especially in the Global South, migrants, refugees, women, children, older persons, persons with disabilities, indigenous peoples, and those working in the informal sector, especially in countries with weaker health systems, already facing existing humanitarian crisis. In fact, the UN Secretary General, in his policy brief on investing in jobs and social protection for poverty eradication and a sustainable recovery, points out that the impacts of COVID-19 on the world of work have disproportionately impacted the most vulnerable, especially women in the informal economy. Important steps to recovery include targeting measures to formalize informal sector workers while leveraging the leadership of women and young people who face greater economic vulnerability as their labor participation is often highly informal. Formalization and addressing the challenges of the informal sector is an important agenda of the Global South. It is an essential pathway for reducing vulnerabilities and building resilience to shocks, reducing poverty, and achieving the Sustainable Development Goals. Countries of the Global South have developed and implemented innovative and integrated approaches of formalization, which have led to significant results. We must share these successes. Together we must build a global partnership and strengthen multilateralism toward mitigating COVID-19 and future emergencies, impacts on livelihoods, especially for women, youth, and informal workers. South-South cooperation represents one important modality of this partnership. Knowledge sharing is one of the central pillars of the work of the United Nations Office for South-South Cooperation. The United Nations Office for South-South Cooperation has several platforms: South-South Galaxy, South-South Global Thinkers, Global South-South Development Expo, that we encourage you to leverage to advance South-South knowledge sharing and partnership brokering. Finally, we look forward to your report on the sessions of this meeting, which we will ensure we disseminate widely among South-South stakeholders. Thank you.